Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. The moon rises once again over my beautiful fields, and I find myself back here in my wonderful farm home because I have not done a good job with my storage stuff. I talked about it extensively, and I did not succeed at actually doing anything with it. We still got random stuff in boxes, which is good, it's better than having no stuff. At least in the materialistic society in which we thrive. However, in order to maximize my ability to, opportunize these boxes, I need to get the stuff out of them and get them into other places. Now, some of this stuff, like the Minecon kit, like that stuff belongs in a museum. We don't have a museum, though. We don't have a place for, personal effects on the server that, are dear and near to people. So I think that I'm just going to kind of set those up for right now in some sort of chest over here in my house. I wish I had a better idea of exactly what I wanted to do with it, but, clearly I don't need to be hauling around some awesome, hilarious stuff that Tango and Impulse left me, like underwear or poetry books. Although that's not actually a poetry book, it's just a named book. But yeah, like these socks and weekend babysitter coupon, hand sanitizer, and sweet tea. All of these things I think I just want to kind of archive for the time being. Also, what am I going to do with these tools? Bacon sample? No idea. So, let's go ahead and throw some of that stuff. Ooh, phone charger. I actually do need a lead. I'm going to put that in my tool chest, which is also very ill-defined, for very loose uses of the word tool. I mean, I've got these Nashville Ice and Joe Hill's misspelled DreamHack 2016 blading from Rendog I need to hang up. So, I should probably find some leather as well. Oh, there's some leather now. So if I just were to augment that with a little bit of sticks, then we can actually start hanging some of these things up as decoration. Another thing is, while I'm doing all this, I'm realizing that I really have not done a good job of creating a self-sustaining tree farm. Now, tree farms are only helpful on the server if you actually, farm them. If you plant them and forget about them, then, okay, that's nice, but what then, So I need to put a tree farm somewhere that people are around so it'll actually grow. And so I don't know if I want both diamonds on the same floor. I guess I'll put this one up here. This actually looks like a place a window would go. But you know what? That would be too similar to the other build in the library I've just been working on. Yeah, maybe I should put that somewhere that the text won't get punched into the wall. I don't know. I don't want to have it just right up the stairs. I feel like it's too showy if you have both diamonds, immediately adjacent to each other. No, nobody wants that. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. Before I put all this stuff away, I should go plant some trees nearby, because I'm over here, and dang it, that was not how you... I need to have a better, dang it, way to do this. Jump in. Okay, we're going to go up here. So if I'm going to plant a tree farm somewhere that's within, chunk loaded distance of the house, it has to be somewhere back here so it doesn't, ruin the Great Plains vibe we got going on. I haven't picked an exact location. Down here where we have our horses is a little bit too, populated by horses at the moment, and I don't want to, deprive them of their natural habitat. I'm kind of thinking up here might be good, because there's already some torches that'll help these grow at night. Now, when I plant a tree farm, I'm not a super prescriptionist, oh, it's got to be a perfect Minecraft tree farm in every way. I'm just putting some trees down and letting them grow, seeing what happens, It's just, something very natural we just allow to occur. So those will plant in the background while I slowly jump to my death accidentally, and while I go ahead and sort the rest of this stuff into chests that I might yet reclaim some of those shulker boxes. Izuma told me all of his chests are just shulker, all of his ender chest is just full of shulker boxes now. So clearly I need to, be more Whoa. That was a little bit of a rubber band. Well, the first step to getting my actual, storage stuff in order is getting a second story in here and also cleaning up this roof. This is just kind of an embarrassment, and it has been for a while. I've just always meant to come back here, but there's always something else where you're like, oh, but I want to build this, and I want to build that. So, I'm going to start by kind of building a kind of frame here that will hold the second story using a series of steps connected to slabs. I feel like that's going to come together in a way that is aesthetically pleasing and still practical. Probably should have brought torches. That part's not practical, only having one torch for this entire upper floor. That is exactly how you get mobs. Let's see. Oh, it also appears that these aren't like linking up the way I'd imagined they would. So let's go down real quick and see why that is. No, yeah, see, it seems like that one should link to both, like this. Yeah, okay. So maybe I need to... Oh, it's actually really good that I did these at a level that I could, you know, come in and fix them. Oh, dang it. Of course, that floor there is going to change out under me. So we'll chop up those two and that one. Turn them sideways. There we go. Perfect. Except for this. Maybe I should just use a full block for that one, now that I'm looking at it. Do I have those? Yes, I do. Perfect. Now we're in business. So we'll have that kind of continue all the way around here, and then put additional chests upstairs. Then, while we're up here, we can kind of come through and clean up some of this. Well, as you can see, we've got a lot done in the upstairs here. Now, it's not perfect. You know, we got, you know, a little bit of dirt on the ceiling still that we need to clear up. But, you know what, this does a good job, I think, of generally collecting goods such that I can, well, I'm going to move this armor-filled one into the bedroom. This one, I don't know, I haven't got enough C blocks to build a C block chest yet. I didn't even check what was in that one, whoops. And this one's empty too. So this will let me start emptying my mesa house into this area. Now, I still have to fix a lot of this barn down here, but this lower floor will probably be more for, like, materials that I'm going to end up with too many of, or that are, like, more agricultural in general. So I might keep, like, seeds and hay down here, whereas, like, building materials and stuff would go upstairs. So, yeah, I think that this, in general, having this floor here doesn't really make this room feel that much smaller, because it's still got such a high ceiling, and on the whole, it works pretty well. So, let's head over to the house and pick up some stuff. Time skip. One thing I'm realizing about having all of these blue shulker boxes is that it makes it hard to tell which one is which, you know. Oh, is this one technically cyan? No, this one's cyan, but these are all blue. These at Pro Hills boxes. Now, I don't think this should empty the box to change the color, but I think it would be worthwhile just kind of color coding a few of these. Like, okay, so this one's got our prismarine crystals in it. Hopefully these are not destroyed. Okay, it looks like they will be maintained. So we'll have a white one there, and then a brown one, and we'll leave one of the final ones blue. So this will make it easier to just kind of remember what's what, where's when, how's who, why. Because it's easier. Okay, great. So, first thing, I think we're going to leave a lot of this armor here. Well, it's hard to say, like, how much armor we should leave here, because I do still sleep in this bed sometimes, but we're definitely going to need to move all these books to the library. So let's get these books underway into just the first one here, the brown one. And then let's go ahead and grab these emeralds. I want to get all of the valuable stuff that I have over to the... dang it. Of course, I can't remember any of the colors on these yet. I want to have all my valuable or interesting, like, decorative blocks over at the new place, so that way I can inventory what I need before projects. Because right now, one of the things that's hurting me is, like, having all this glass in, like, 3 different places. Like, I've got glass here, I've got glass at the museum, I've got glass everywhere. But, you know what, it's, if you've ever, like, stepped on a floor that has glass everywhere, you've probably realized that that is not where the glass should be. Like, you should have that concentrated into a dustpan via some sort of brooming or sweeping mechanism, and then discarded. So, I'm not ready to discard this yet, because it's still valuable, but, you know, gotta kind of figure out what I'm doing with it. I guess now that I've got that chest gone, I can go ahead and put that right there, and I can get rid of these, you know, double slabs here, which were kind of unnecessary. Now, they could be single slabs. Well, assuming that I ever, like, figure out what I'm going to do with my inventory. So what I've done here is to put some tripwire chests kind of adjacent to the other chests, and in some cases a tripwire chest will have like a variant version of whatever's in the main chest. Like, for example, we've got like birchwood in this chest and junglewood in that chest. And those two textures kind of go together nicely. Now, I haven't done that for everything yet. Like, maybe coal blocks will go in here and unmined coal ore will go in here. Oh, that reminds me, I've got my fortune bow, like and comment. And I also have 8 diamond blocks from Asuma earlier. Like, this was part of my Christmas gift, and I never actually bashed them open to see what was inside. So, thank you to Asuma. Let's go ahead and check out what our winnings are. 18 diamonds. Perfect. That's old enough to vote. Or enough diamonds to vote. I don't know. Let's go ahead and actually put those in our ender chest here. So that way we have them wherever we go. Those may yet come in handy. Also, I'm thinking I should probably store some fireworks and ender pearls in my ender chest too. Just a quick thing. I got my slime block represents movement, so stuff that lets me move. I've just kind of put in there. This extra elytra I should possibly consider storing there as well. I like the idea of having it just kind of off the grid, if you will. I don't know, maybe I'm just paranoid, but whatever. So, there we go, extra stuff in there. And now we can run down to our main house and unload a bunch of the clothes and armor I've got into the dresser drawers upstairs. Which, now that I think about it, I am going to need wood in order to fashion. Luckily, you may recall that we planted some trees up here earlier, and they always say that the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. But luckily, you know, in video game time, 2 days or whatever is practically 30 years. So these have had a chance to grow a little bit. Dang it. No block. Okay. Quick trick. You can put some spruce wood on the ground here, and then use it to hide inside the tree and sneak up on the top of the trunk. Ta-da. I'm a very clever lumberjack. Or lumberjoe, if you will. So I figure we'll set up our dresser drawers kind of over here, adjacent to this other one. And I'm kind of tempted to move the bed, although I'm always nervous about moving the bed when I can't sleep in it immediately, because I don't want to, like, have one of those, like, things where, what do you call it? The game, like, freaks out and then everything goes nuts, and you die and you don't have a place to respawn. Let's see, so there's some of the armor I wanted to recover and to put into storage here. And bed moved successfully. One last thing I wanted to do this episode, now that I got my storage stuff all in order, is that I would really like to go ahead and get me some cobwebs. Everybody on the server is using cobwebs for all this crazy stuff, like, manufacturing ways to jump better with the, what do you call that, elytra? And I would really like to be able to jump better with the elytra. Now, in order to do that, I figure what we'll do is we'll go ahead and fly over here to the little cave system, kind of hidden in the back of the farm. Now, I've been, I told Wells Knight I wouldn't develop this cave system, because he might someday want to incorporate parts of it into his, like, dwarvish mine. But in the short term, if I needed to come down here and, like, find a mine shaft so I could get some cobwebs, I think that's, more than acceptable. The number of torches I brought was 11. Dang it. Okay. So, sometimes I don't always think things through especially well. Oh man, there's a lot of coal down here. I should probably grab some of that. It's probably easier to store them in like this form because it uses less blocks in your inventory than using the fortune pick now. I can use the fortune later and then have a fortunate amount of, what do you call them? Coal pieces. But that was not my goal, to find this coal. I was not a coal miner by intention, merely accident and fortune. So anyway, I figure if I can find an abandoned mine shaft somewhere down here, that would give me the cobwebs I need to develop the launchers that would really impress the rest of the server. Or at least make my videos more fun. Oh yeah, that reminds me, there's a spider thing down here. I left most of this stuff because at the time I didn't have a use for bones. I should probably also make sure that there's not like any hidden like dark areas like over here or something. But nope, doesn't look like it. Don't want to be spawning like a bajillion spiders. was really hoping, though, to find, like, a mine shaft. Well, being as I didn't find any mine shafts down there, I'm kind of thinking maybe if I go out over the ocean, I'll find, like, some sort of hidden cave entrances or something. Those happen sometimes. Oh, hey, what's this? Is this a hidden cave entrance? Or just a place where for some reason the water fell in. Dang it. Absolutely nothing of interest. Well, in my search for cobwebs, I've traveled far beyond the spawn. Well, I started underneath the spawn, but I knew that if I went far enough, I would get to this tunnel. And it's been a while, so I wasn't sure if other people had maybe harvested out all the webs or whatever, but it looks like, on the plus side, they have not. Now, this is not the best lit area, and so kind of I need to be generally concerned and cautious about not being exploded. Oh, hey, there's a green thing. I'd like more of those. Any more? No, no more green things. So, anyway, so that's my daily dose of chaotic emeralds as well. But I figure I'll run through here and grab some webs. It's a shame it took so long to get out here. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to close out the episode here, but it's nice to close out on a victory. Even if that victory is just 6 cobwebs, you know what, sometimes 6 cobwebs is just a foundation we lay to get to 7, 8, or 9 cobwebs. And really, how many cobwebs do you actually need in order to build a elytra booster? You know? When you look into your heart, you might realize, no, literally, how many do you need? I don't know, I've never built one. Anyway, until next time, y'all. That's an ember. This is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.